Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be making the bee hat tutorial. Well, not the bee hat, the bucket hat tutorial, but I'm going to be making it in the bee style. I have my blue yarn. I'm using blue for this bee just because I don't always want the hat to be yellow for the bee. I don't know, just make it a little more versatile. But I have some white string for the wings, white yarn for the wings, and then black yarn for the stripes. And yeah, and then I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook. You can use a 5 millimeter or a 4 millimeter, but I'm using like in between just because I think that the 4.5 makes it look like a good, look. But yeah, so I'm not going to be flipping the camera around for this. I'm just gonna kind of, sit here and talk to you guys like while I'm making it, but like saying the pattern. I'm not going to be talking to you guys while I'm making it, but I'm going to be like talking whenever I need to say like the next step in the pattern, if that makes sense. I just find this so much easier than having to like flip the camera around and like really like record myself, doing all those steps, and it's a really long process for me to have to edit that. So I think this will make it a bit easier for myself to do. But if you don't want to have to make the bee hat, then you don't have to like follow whenever I say like switch to black or whatever, and you don't have to make the wings, like personal choice. You could just make it one color if you want. I'm making this to fit my own head. As you're going, if you notice that the top is like really big on top of your head, then you can like undo a row so that it just fits your head, or you can make it bigger if you have a bigger head than me. Yeah, so let's just get started. Long intro, I know, but yeah. So I'm going to start by taking the main color of my hat, and I'm just going to make a magic ring, and I'm going to make 12 double crochets into the center of the magic ring. Alright, and then once you're done making the 12 double crochets, you can just take this string and then pull your magic ring tight. You're going to then slip stitch into the first stitch and then make a slip stitch, and then you are going to chain 2. And that will be the beginning of our next row. So you're going to slip stitch and chain 2 after and like starting every row. So just keep that in mind. For the next row, we're going to be doing 2 double crochets into every single stitch around until we get back to the beginning. So go ahead and do 2 double crochets into every single stitch around. Alright, so once you get back to where we started this row, you're going to slip stitch into the first stitch and chain 2. Alright, and now for this next row, we're going to be doing 1 double crochet into the first stitch, and into the second stitch, we're going to be doing 2 double crochets. So 1 double crochet, and the next stitch, 2 double crochets. And you're going to repeat that all the way around until we get back to the beginning. So 1 double crochet, next stitch, 2 double crochets. And just continue that around. Once you finish the round, again, slip stitch into the first stitch and then chain 2. So basically from here, you could just kind of go out in rounds until it is the size of your head. So for me, for this next row, I'm going to do a double crochet in the first stitch, a double crochet in the second stitch, and then in the third stitch, I'm going to be doing 2 double crochets. And I'm going to repeat that around. So double crochet, 2 double crochets. And just continue around. Okay, slip stitch when you finish the row, chain 2. I'm gonna go and do one more kind of like increasing row. So I'm going to be doing 3 double crochets that are just regular double crochets, and then I'm going to do an increase of double crochets in the 4th stitch. So we're going to increase every 4th on this round. By an increase, I don't mean using single crochets, I mean double crochets. We're using double crochets for the entire thing of this. I don't know if I made that clear. But yeah, every 3 stitches do a double crochet increase. So yeah, and that is going to make it so that it will fit my sized head, but like you do what you have to do for your size head. And I'm just going to continue that around, and I will update you in a second. Alright, so once you have it to be the size that you want to fit your head, you're not going to slip stitch and then chain 2 with the blue color. You're going to take your scissors and cut the string. Leave like a little bit though, because you do want to tie it eventually. But you're going to take your next color, so black, because we're making the stripes. Again, if you're not doing stripes, you don't have to do that. But I'm just going to take the black, and then I'm going to go into the first stitch, and I'm going to pull through the black and basically like make a slip stitch with the black, if that makes sense. And that's pretty much what I did. So then you can go ahead and take these 2 little end pieces, just knot them together so that nothing, you know, gets undone, because that'd be pretty bad. But I'm just double knotting it, not really anything fancy. And then you can go ahead and just snip the excess yarn. Make sure not to cut it too short, but like, yeah. So then you have this, and you can chain 2 with the black. And now we are going to just do 1 double crochet into every single stitch around, except we're going into the back loop only. So the loop that's farther from you is the one that you're going to be going into, and you're just going to do double crochets into the back loop only, and you're going to repeat that all the way around until you get back to the beginning. And yeah. Alright, I finished the row. You're going to slip stitch into the first stitch, chain 2, and then we're going to just do regular rows of double crochets from now until I say, you know, we're not doing that. So we're going to do 1 more row of black, and then I will tell you to switch to the main color again. So for just, you know, doing regular rows, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to be doing 6 regular rows, but I will come back on camera when I say to switch the colors. So I'm going to do 1 more row of black, and then we'll switch back to blue, and then 3 rows of blue, and then 2 more rows of black. That doesn't make sense. I'm just going to update you every, you know, few rounds, and yeah. Okay, finished that row. I did not slip stitch yet. I'm going to switch the colors, and then I will slip stitch. So just switch back to your blue now, and then you can, you know, slip stitch and chain 2. Alright, and now for the next 3 rows, again, we're just doing single, double crochets for the next 3 rounds. So I'll be back when I have 3 rounds of blue done, and then I will tell you to switch colors again. Okay, so you're going to switch colors back to black. You're going to slip stitch, chain 2, and we're going to do 2 more rows of just double crochets around in black, and then we can start making this part, the bottom part. and yeah.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt. I never finished recording the tutorial, so I will put the rest of the pattern on the screen. Again, sorry that the video cut off, but I hope you enjoyed making this hat, and bye!